in allergy, actual what happen is ki, our body immune system starts showing the hyper response to any common foreign particle or the unusual foreign particle. So where our body till now is showing the normal behavior to the any foreign particle, our body immune system behaving hyper reactive phase to that same common cause which belong to the most of the person who are living surrounding you. So that hyper response of your body, that hyper response of your body initiate lot of reactions in your body, which in turn stimulate such kind of cells or such kind of reactions in your body, which release like histamines like chemicals which cause the allergic reactions in your body. If I think the same same allergic concept as if we have to understand a common man language, or I have to understand in the Ayurveda how the allergy could happen in your body. So like it is a common saying that we usually say that every disease starts from the gut. It doesn't mean that every disease starting from the gut. It actually means that when your body does body metabolism, digestive system, or the metabolism at the tissue level or metabolism at the cellular level is not working correctly, then the disease starts in your body. For example, we are living in a common world. Maybe the different disorders patient may be surrounding you, but it doesn't mean that each and every disease you will get, because your body don't have a deficit place for that disease which enter in your body and create some uh, unusual behavior in your body. If something is entering body, it will leave from your body if you don't give any deficit place in your body. So that's how Ayurveda believe, if your digestive system is not working properly, or your metabolism is not working properly, or your digestive fire is not working properly, so whatever you're consuming, maybe you're consuming your best of the food exists in this world. You are doing a very mindful eating. No one wants to get ill. Everyone tries, everyone wants that they should eat healthy and be healthy for the lifetime. But at the same time, when your digestive fire is not digesting that particular food, then what will happen? There will be the production of the some intermediate products, and our body is the best automatic mechanism system exists in this world. Our body doesn't know, our body knows only that if we are taking this particular thing, and after the digestion this will be the out product, and we are going to get the end result in this form. If that doesn't happen, that intermediate products, which usually we say in Ayurveda ama, or toxins, or you can say free radicals, start producing in the body at a very high speed. And this ama, this toxin, this free radicals start circulating in your body, and they start creating a deficit place in your body. For example, I got ama, I got toxins, and it got lost in my lungs, or it got lost in my respiratory system, and they start creating some deficit place there. And what will happen when we'll get such a situation which is harmful for the respiratory system? We get such kind of allergen, we get such kind of a foreign particle which is harmful for the respiratory system. That time our respiratory system fails to expel it out, and in that battle our immune system starts showing the hyper response to that foreign particle, and that's how allergy begins in your body. So that a simple thing, in simple words I can convey what is allergy is. So to cure this allergy, we don't have to rush for the lot of treatments. The simple first thing is for curing or for removing your allergy from your body, you have to do the mindful eating. What it mean by mindful eating? Mindful eating compromises not only that what you are eating, it compromises when you are eating, why you are eating, how you are eating. Even though you are taking a very good best food available on this earth at improper time, when you are not feeling actually hungry, or that when you was hungry you did not had food, and after time pass on due to your busy schedule you are having the food at the late time. This simple thing will not give you fruitful results, even though you are consuming the best food existing in this world. So the first thing, if you want to cure any of the disease exist in your body, you have to consider the mindful eating is the best concept for your body, because mindful eating will definitely work on your agni, your digestive fire, which is the prime, which have the prime role in curing any disease, because it is like a connecting way, connecting manner ki one type of digestion if gives a good product, then only the further machine will work in better way. If from your gut your gut is not digesting any of the food products properly, then there is no chance of getting the good quality products at the tissue or cellular level, because that end product of digestion is going to give the results in the tissue and the cellular level, which we call the dhatu level or the bhutagni level in the Ayurveda. So first is mindful eating. Second thing, see, every disease, whatever happens in your body, besides some of the reasons, like we get some of the disease which is very acute in nature, maybe they have some sort of reason which is affecting your body in a very acute phase within days, hours or minutes, like some accidents also, some injuries also, it happens within minutes, within seconds. Besides this, all this disease, any other disease if is happening in your body, it doesn't happen in one day. It is a series of accumulation of the toxins in your body which is creating that deficit place in your body and making weakens your body or weakens your immunity system of your body, which is allowing in turn any chemical, any bacteria, any virus, any fungal infection to get in your body, lodge and cause the disease. So second thing, if you going to remove these toxins regularly from your body, see, our body is a machine. If you are going to give something in our body, definitely it is going to create some mala or some unwanted products in your body that we have to flush regularly from our body, maybe with the good way of eating green vegetables, drinking enough amount of water, or regularly detoxifying our body. And in Ayurveda, when the term comes detoxification, Shodhan Prikriya, the best thing is Panchkarma which exists in this world. Panchkarma, that 5 measures which clean your body from top to bottom. And it is designed, it or can be designed according to disease, according to the part affected, according to person where he is living, what is their lifestyle. Everything is considered when we're planning Panchkarma. And second thing comes when the disease is lodged in the deeper tissues or tissues is a minute level, we can plan the combination of ahar, vihar and oshad. Diet, lifestyle and medicines. The combination of these triads definitely going to cure any of the allergies in your body. Just the thing is missing is you have to understand the concept, because allergy doesn't happen within one day. It is a series of accumulation of process. So definitely when we're thinking about to cure the allergy, we have to work step by step to again regain the process of your body, which was a natural process. So many of the person have seen for allergy, they take a lot of treatment to suppress that allergy. But we have to understand the allergic response was a natural response of our body. But now due to some sort of reasons, it went into the hyperreactive phase. We don't have to suppress it, because these reactions are saving our life. If something unwanted is happening in our body tries to eliminate it. That is natural response of our body. So like this, in my experience, like I have seen the patient from the like most of the corners of the world. I have treated them with a lot of issues of allergy. As I've seen, there are a lot of allergy cases from the other countries in different perspective. Like allergic patients don't have same kind of presentations. So that's what I do with complete comprehensive approach of all these things, and with a better understanding of allergic concept, where we have to work on the basic mechanism of our body first rather than treating directly to disease. Because if we're going to directly suppress that allergy, it is like we are not stopping the production unit and we are trying to get the best quality product with 24 hours running that reaction. If you want best quality products, you have to find out where the fault in that mechanism, you cut it out from there, and then definitely you are going to get the best product for your body and you are going to get the healthy body in your life. That's what I usually say. One person have always that believe, as Dr. Gulshan said, believe. You should have a belief in yourself. You can live healthy and look like 20 for the whole life. And I remembered a very good quote from a one movie, and I don't know, it's a Bollywood movie, सांड की आंख, कि मन तन बूढ़ा होवे मन बूढ़ा ना होवे. So your body get old, not your heart. So you believe in yourself to live a healthy and young life. And thank you so much, guys, for having me here. And it's a wonderful opportunity. And thank you, Dr. Gulshan and Dr. Anshul Agarwal ji, for giving this opportunity. And hope.
Thank you, Dr. Amit Verma. But two questions will pour in at the end for you. एक पहला क्वेश्चन है कि आपने आर्थराइटिस का कुछ कवर नहीं किया आज. You have to cover something on that later. And number two, second question, be ready. When you mentioned about आहार and विचार, तो किसी ने कहा क्या व्यवहार का भी कुछ फर्क पड़ता है? So later on we will take on the question. Later on we will take on.
Sure.
Thank you. Let me extend a warm welcome to Dr. Yuvraj Monga now. May I request Monga ji, yes, kindly unmute your mic, and I would request you to take on the floor, please. Dr. Monga.
धन्यवाद गुलशन जी. नमस्कार everybody. Thank you Mr. Anshul and Namo Gange Trust to give this opportunity. सर आपकी एनर्जी लेवल तो बहुत हाई है, बहुत प्रभावित हैं हम आपसे. And this should be the intention when we talk to the global environment and global people.
Dr. Monga ji, it's all because of Ayurveda. It's all my lifestyle. I believe in Ayurveda. I practice Ayurveda. Thank you, Dr. Monga. Please go ahead.
लाइफस्टाइल के बारे में सारी दुनिया बात करती है. उसको आपने जो बोला था प्रैक्टिस करना, जैसे आप ये लेक्चर खत्म होगा 8 बजे सो जाएंगे, 9 बजे सुबह 3:30 बजे उठ जाएंगे, तो एक डेडिकेशन होती है जो हर इंसान को एक ड्राइव करती है. तो मे बी इट इज आयुर्वेदा, मे बी इट इज मॉडर्न थेरेपी और होम्योपैथ. It is how we practice and how committed we are to anything. So thank you again. So I'm Dr. Yuvraj Monga. सर ने बताया कि my father started practicing Ayurveda long time back, and his uncle in 1946, and my father started in 1970s. So I'm a clinical pharmacologist. मैं MD pharmacology हूँ, MBBS किया हुआ है मैंने, फिर मैंने MBA किया और fellowship in diabetes. और मेरी wife आयुर्वेदिक physician है और my father was an Ayurvedic doctor, and we run 3 Ayurvedic clinics. तो मेरा जो फोकस रहेगा 2 भाग में रहेगा. एक आयुर्वेद के माध्यम से हम कैसे, जो ये चर्चा चल रही है, how we are able to help people in the country and globally, and how we actually try to practice Ayurveda in an ethical manner. दूसरा मैं डायबिटीज के बारे में बात करूंगा कि हम आयुर्वेद और मॉडर्न थेरेपीज को कैसे डायबिटीज को ट्रीट करने के लिए, कंट्रोल करने के लिए यूज करते हैं. Starting number 1, we all have experts for many months and many years. People are speaking on Ayurveda everywhere in the world. So even the Prime Minister of the country, Mr. Modi, is supporting, and he's supporting the Ayush department. And it's great that all government intent is there to support alternative therapies in the country, if it is naturopath, homeopath, Ayurveda, or so we are practicing. We are in our clinics in Delhi. We focus on 3 to 4 major points. The target is to give the focus on ethical formulations of Ayurveda. So we support prescription writing in Ayurveda. So everybody is talking about wellness products. So only our point of view is we should support the basic ingredients, basic formulations which are present there in the formulary, in the pharmacopoeial Ayurveda. So हम generic prescriptions देते हैं जो कि दवाइयाँ आराम से मिल जाती हैं, and we also try to focus on educating our colleagues. So we have around 9 doctors working with us. तो हम लोग सारी आयुर्वेद की प्रतिनिधि को support करते हैं. And as Dr. Amit Tavi said, Panchkarma is a very right format to detoxify the body and take care of many diseases like allergy and metabolic disorders. So focus ये रहता है कि बहुत सारी पेशेंट्स का, बहुत सारी दुनिया का, इंसानों का फोकस ऑल्टरनेट मेडिसिन में आ रहा है, आयुर्वेद पे आ रहा है, पर हमें ये नहीं मालूम होता कि हम कहाँ कौन से डॉक्टर पे जाएं, कौन सी थेरेपी अडॉप्ट करें, which therapy to adopt, which doctor to go. So mainly where I differ, our clinic practice differ is we're always focusing on products, which I don't conquer. All the medical fraternity of Ayurveda should focus on generic medication, and people like Dr. Gulshan and maybe all the pharma companies, all the Ayush departments should also focus on teaching and training of the Ayurvedic physicians to give prescriptions for generic drugs which are easily available, rather than we invent our new therapies, new products which are already derived from the pharmacopoeial formularies. So what is happening is over years, what जो मेरा point of view है कि we are deviating from the science to products, science to wellness, science to commercialization. आयुर्वेद प्रतिनिधि की कोई बात नहीं करता, डॉक्टरों की बात नहीं करता, मरीज की बात नहीं करता, मरीज को एक पर्चा चाहिए. We should adopt from the modern science. We should have a proper diagnostic procedures. We should have proper prescriptions. और आयुर्वेदा में बेसिक ड्रग्स बहुत अवेलेबल है. जैसे अब डॉक्टर अमित ने बोला एलर्जी के लिए हमारे पास खुजली के लिए एक विशाल गूगल है, इन्फेक्शन के लिए नीम आदि बटी है, हमारे पास लक्ष्मी विलास रस है, कफ कुठार रस है साइनोसाइटिस के लिए. तो दीज आर जेनरिक ड्रग्स जिसके प्रिस्क्रिप्शन नहीं मिलते पेशेंट्स को और ड्रग की अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं होती इजी से तरीके से. वी कम विद ब्रांडेड प्रोडक्ट्स, ब्रांडेड ओटीसी प्रोडक्ट्स, जिससे पेशेंट को गुमराह हो जाता है, उसको मालूम नहीं पता उसको खाना क्या है. एंड the right amount of dosage, right amount of duration is not properly prescribed to the patients. So we should, as a country, we should, as individual doctors, should have this moral obligation to teach and practice ethical Ayurveda. Talking about wellness and products will not make this country, make this pathy very worldwide. People will not adopt it until unless it is not scientific. So this is what we do in our clinics. So we focus on generic prescription-based drugs. Number two, we do not promote products per se. We like to use generic drugs of the good companies. And thirdly, we are issuing every prescription in writing and on emails, on hard copies, so that patient can understand what is happening with them. So this is what we want to focus in our clinics. And I also want to request Dr. Gulshan to make awareness about talking about generic classical drug prescriptions. And this is how it will be more transparent and how this Ayurvedic practice can grow. Secondly, when we talk about we want to parallel with all other pathies in the world, like maybe it is Chinese or it is allopath, we already have a direct contradiction from modern medicine, allopath system. So as Dr. Amit said, or other panelists may like to add, Ayurvedic medication or treatments have many options for diseases like, as he said, for allergies, for joint pains, for metabolic disorders like overweight, or for diabetes. So what happens is when a patient goes to a modern, to come from a modern doctor to an Ayurvedic physician, alternate medicine, they tend to stop all allopathic drugs. But there should be a methodology where patients who are obese, hypertensive, diabetic, they can have a holistic usage of modern systems and diagnostics and the Ayurveda therapies. So this is what we do in our clinics. We generally don't stop all the medications the patient is already prescribed by a modern system. We add our drugs, which are again generic, like for diabetes, Trifla Bhatti, Chandrava Bhatti, and Madhunashni Bhatti, and other things. So we also follow what Mr. Gulshan had said, a protocol, proper format, compliance. So we talk about diet. So we make food logs. We talk about exercises. What kind of exercise? So there should be a mixture of pranayam, Ayurveda. There should be a mixture of cardiac activities as well as weight training and versus balancing. So if you want to combine, give information and pull out patients toward Ayurveda, yoga is a very beneficial part of your exercise routine. So apart from weight training, apart from running cardiac exercises, stretching and balancing is very important, which is given in Tahadasana or Surya Namaskar. So this is what we are doing is we are bridging the gap between modern and Ayurvedic treatments, yoga, and integrating everything. So we also have a very regular pattern of, we have dedicated dietitians, counselors, and we make a weekly follow-up of the patients. So patients can benefit from and we also follow up on the amount of exercise the patient has done. Maybe it is yoga, or it is exercise, running, jogging, or it is core muscles. So across our clinics, we are very transparent with the patients what kind of prescriptions we are giving, which is Ayurvedic or allopathic. All the diagnostic tests are done, and we also combine the, as per the Ayurveda, the Vata, Pitta and Kapha, which kind of medication is required, or diet is required, and also give the modern angle to it. So daily life, the lifestyle of the people is changing very, very vigorously across the world. So when we want to push Ayurveda or alternative medicine to the global markets, it should be aligned to the environment of the countries, other countries as well. And it should be in a format which is scientific, easily understood, and the drugs should be easily understood and they should be easily available. So that is what the focus is on when we want to go take Ayurveda wellness from India to the world. It should be in a format which can be understood by a layman. And it should be so scientific that you should trust on us. Rather than we push that we are innovators, we are scientists, we have make on our products. We should focus on basics of Ayurveda and talk about that again and again, which will increase the trust of people within India and outside India, and Ayurveda can be promoted nicely. So that is all what I wanted to speak about. And I will push my numbers, email, websites on the chat box. We have been doing telephonic consultations for the last 30 years and online and video consultations for the last 10 years. We are having patients across the world. So we are open to help anybody across the world anytime. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Monga. Wonderful, right from the heart. And what a combination. You give it to me that you are MBBS, you are MBA, you are practicing Ayurveda, your madam is also from the same background, and your father, I would say, the whole family is holistically for global wellness. That's the way I look at the thing. And there are a couple of things people would like to, you be ready at the end.
Yes,
people want to know, you mentioned about holistic process. So there is a question, what do you suggest? What do you mean by holistic process? Because holistic healing people have heard. We'll take a question at the end, not now. And
yes.
second part, somebody has asked me that drugs should be easily available, which you have mentioned. So
Yes.
people, particularly from Latin America, you will be happy to know that the ambassador posted in India of Venezuela country is practicing Ayurveda. So
Yes.
they want to know how basically you're talking about drugs should be easily available. So how to focus basic Ayurveda. At the end, be ready with these questions. You got to reply on to that. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, I extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Devesh Kumar, who has grown his beard, and I am trying to follow him. I will also grow my beard in few days. I'm very keen about it because I'm saving on shaving and I'm saving on time management, doing so many webinars in digital. Why to shave? That's what I realized. It's better to grow beard. That's much better. So I extend a very hearty welcome to young, dynamic Dr. Devesh Kumar, the founder and MD of Innovative Research. Kindly take on the stage, Dr. Devesh Kumarji.
Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to thank
आप
Anshul.
कहाँ हैं? मैं आपको ढूंढ रहा हूँ. आप आप आइए.
Yes, sir.
सेंटर स्टेज आपका. देखिए आप कितने हैंडसम है और इन दिनों में आपने अपना बियर्ड कितना अच्छा ग्रो कर लिया है.
Thank you so
Great.
much, sir.
Great.
So thank you, Namo Gange, and thank you, Dr. Gulshan, for giving us our lifetime goals to be healthy and motivated like you. And I come from a medical background, turned into a came to a non-clinical side, and I would like to add on a different vertical to the field of Ayurveda. So probably I will share my screen.
देवेशी, sorry for interruption.
Yes, sir.
देवेशी, sorry for interruption. आप अपना वीडियो ऑफ कर लीजिए तो आपका ऑडियो लोगों को ठीक से सुनाई देगा, because we are having a difficulty in having both video and audio together. Yes, just work it out now, please.
So am I audible now, sir?
Absolutely, 200%. You are reaching Mexico.
Thank you so much. So I would be sharing my screen. So you all see my screen, Dr. Gulshan, Dr. Yuvraj,
Yes,
Dr. Amit.
please. Yes, please. We can
Thank you,
see your
thank you.
screen. Company profile is the first slide. Yes.
Right. So we are a CRO called Innovate Research. CRO stands for Contract Research Organization. We do clinical validation, clinical trials of drugs, vaccines, devices, even Ayurvedic products. So thanks Namo Gange for inviting me here to showcase our services and platform. What we do is we coordinate with various industries like CDSCO, Food Authorities, FSAI, Ministry of Ayush, Indian Council of Medical Research, and basically what we do is we do clinical trials for clinical validation of the products. Dr. Yuvraj and Dr. Amit has spoken about what Ayurveda has done in past, what Ayurveda can do to the body and holistically healing of the human body. In by doing a clinical testing, by applying the strict protocols. So I will add to the Ayurveda part of clinical trials. As we know that Ayurveda is a science of life with holistic approach to health and personalized mealing. And out of the current medicines for modern medicines available in world, 25 to 30% of all medicine directly or indirectly come from the plant sources. Uh, I have, we as Innovate Research has done a lot of studies on Ayurveda, and probably Dr. Yuvraj, Dr. Vaid, Prashant will, definitely will validate it. We have done clinical studies on osteoarthritis. It was given for 3 months. There was a reduction in pain scale of 62 to 64%. And that is the power of Ayurveda, the power of the herbal products we have developed in India. Similarly, we have done studies for diabetes, where the HbA1c levels was decreased by 18% in 6 months of treatment. So the challenge where it comes, comes about the claims what Ayurveda does, about the efficacy claims, the safety claims, the label claims. So what people worldwide are asking, where suppose that in India the government is also promoting Ayurvedic research, Ayush research also, where of global Ayush implement lines which are being followed in India for Ayush research. There is WHO guidelines for age ASU medicine. Will create is it will scientifically Ayush products can be accepted globally and can be published into medical reputed journals. So that
Dr. Devesh,
yes,
Dr. Devesh, if it's possible, you can just use your audio because your voice is breaking in between and people are facing difficulty world over. If you just see your own screen and just speak out, that would be much better. I would request you, because when you are using the laptop, you're using the presentation, your voice is lost.
is it fine now, sir?
Yeah. Please, let's try it out.
Okay.
People want to hear you. People want to hear you.
So, what I was talking about was that when we talk about the products, whether it's Ayurvedic, allopathic, Unani, homeopathic, any of the products should be validated scientifically, clinically through the trial process. So the claims scenarios recent where some of the claims are being made which were not scientifically validated. So Ayush has a great power of healing. I have personally done researches over Ayush products for many of the big companies in India like Dabur and Himalaya. But what vertical we want to bring into the Ayush product to take it further, further globally accepted standard is to do clinical studies, phase 1 to phase 4 studies about the product, about the clinical validations, so that this data is globally accepted from the Indian background. And as other panelists, they are specialized in Ayurvedic procedures. They have said that the science of Ayurveda has such a great healing power. So I just want to rope in with the clinical validation so that we can strongly take Indian Ayush to the global platform. Over to you, Dr. Gulshan. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thanks for sharing your thought process with all of us. It was wonderful. And could we request now Dr. Vaidya Prashant Tiwari ji, Director, Dharma Ayurveda, if you can kindly share your thought process with the audience.
Sir, namaskar. And thank you so much, Gulshan sir. Again, thank you again. So last week also I joined. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes,
I'm audible?
lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
And thank you, Amit sir, Yogesh sir, and Devesh ji for the lovely speech and good share of thoughts. So today, actually, what I want to share, it is nothing but the simplest format of the mental health. Because right now, when we talk about the holistic approach through Ayurveda, we must know what is actually mental health and mental disorder and Ayurveda approach in that. So if we speak about the holistic way, so all the things are on the physical ground, social ground, as well as in the spiritual ground. The most important thing is how to club this thing. So mental things are also very important. The mental health is also very important. So for that, the mental disorders and Ayurveda nowadays, when we see the scenario of today's condition, that is nothing but the COVID. So in this COVID scenario, all the patients are suffering from economical crisis, health crisis, and relationship crisis also. Because of all this crisis, the mental troubles like fear, anxiety, and depression are coming around. So for that, when we in clinical practice of Ayurveda, we are facing every patient who are having the physical deformities also, like osteoarthritis. The patient of osteoarthritis also asking about I have also developed some fear factor. The anxiety is also inserted in me, and depression I am feeling because of this present scenario. So these all are the situations which we are facing in our clinical practice, and we are finding it that every patient who was somatically ill, it means physically ill, now develop the mental illness also along with that. So for that, actually, the Ayurveda holistic approach is the best way to treat, because we only in Ayurveda treat not only the physical terms, also the spiritual terms, and along with that, the psychological terms. So Sattva, Atma, and Sharir, these are the three major parts in which we treat the patient. So for when we say what is actually anxiety, so feeling of worry, especially for the future, in that situation, actually the anxiety comes in picture. Fear for anything, the frightening thing, which are suppose fear of death is more common nowadays. Every patient used to say, I'm having this kind of problem, so I'm very I'm going to die. I'm having such kind of fear in my mind. Depression, nowadays it is very common because of the financial crisis, because of the business losses. So many people are having developed depression. So how Ayurveda can help? In the case of fear, we can find the Vata improvement in the case of in all the patients. Anxiety, the combination of Vata and Pitta is increased. In the case of depression, the Kapha and Vata is increased. So in this way, we actually approach through Ayurveda. Suppose the patient of who have introduced the fear, like who have developed the fear factor in his or her life. So we treat the Vata in that patient. In the anxiety, Vata and Pitta, how we treat the fear factor, that fear, anxiety, and depression. This is the Sattva. These are the steps. The first step is to treat the patient with the help of Sattva-Vajaya Chikitsa. Sattva-Vajaya is nothing but the Ayurveda mental counseling on the basis of disorder. So which kind of Sattva you are having, on the basis of that we select the patient, and on the basis of that we counsel the patient with the logical thoughts and with the holistic approach of Ayurveda. Secondly, the Aushadh, that is Yukti based, that is on the basis of logical thinking and logical situation of that patient. We select, as Moga sir told, we should write the basic generic medicine. The generic medicine should be logical and according to the patient, and it should be personalized. This is the second step of the treatment in the all kind of mental disorder. The third situation is biodetoxification. As Verma sir said, the biodetoxification and the cleaning of the body is regularly important in all the situations. Like the basic panchkarma, like Vaman, Basti, Virechan, and Nasya. These are the simple methods of biodetoxification. Along with that, especially in the case of anxiety, depression, and fear factor, we must introduce the allied panchkarma like Shirodhara and Shiropichu. These are the allied panchkarma. These are not the basic panchkarma and detoxification process. These are the helping process which are going to settle the mental situation of the patient. These are the 5 basic panchkarma, which like Vaman, Virechan, Basti, Nasya, and Raktamokshan, which we are doing at the Dharma Ayurveda Clinic regularly. And this is Shirodhara, and this is Shiropichu. These are the simplest method to balance the mental scenario. And the most important thing is to give the proper counseling to the patient and select the patient and give the logical things of the Ayurveda and make them understand how he can heal himself with the help of food, how he can heal himself or herself with the help of the day-to-day activities and normal balancing activity. And this is Ahar, Vihar, and the Manasik segment, how he can help himself or herself with the help of psychological healing in terms of Sattva. So these are the factors which we are using. So this is a simple and short presentation for the mental health in Ayurveda. I'm actually basically doing more practice of dermatology, but as the COVID time came, so we found most of the patients are having the combination of the physical and psychological disorder. So that psychosomatic conditions are more common nowadays. And for that, to heal that situation, we must include the panchkarma in every patient, an easy based panchkarma like Nasya, simple nasal installation, and the oil pulling method, and we should counsel the patient in all the ways. Like in terms of when patients are not physically in front of you, you must counsel the patient on this online basis, or help them in all the situations, like by changing their daily routine activities, by adding the yoga, by taking the healing things, by attending the more motivational lectures, and by meeting the positive people, not physically but virtually nowadays, because the social distancing and all the things are also required. How to protect themselves in this period, this is also very important for the mental situation. Thank you so much, sir, and I'm very thankful to you, and for the second week introduction also, and for the and Anshulji, I'm very thankful to him also, Namo Gange team and technical team, as well as all the distinguished panelists. Namaskar to all of you, and thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Such a wonderful. It would have been my loss had you not come today and included. You have given such a wonderful input. Now I'll go to the order and I'll come to you at the end. There are 2 questions for you. Number 1, some of the parents are asking me that children, when they will come out from this particular lockdown and they will go to schools, colleges, universities, institutions, there will be some kind of a psychological difficulty and some problem. So what exactly is to be done on that? Secondly, you used a word that basically you treat rheumatics or something.
Yes.
And nowadays you are not practicing on that. What exactly have you mentioned?
Actually, I am doing that. But along with the rheumatic patients, we found that all the patients are having not only the physical problems like joint disorder. The joint disorder patient are also complaining that the fear factor and anxiety and depression is the additional feature to them.
Okay, so I will go to Dr. Amit Verma, but then I'll come back to you on the joints particularly. Lot of NRIs, elderly NRIs, they are having a difficulty at this point of time. Their joints, they pain. They have a difficulty in sitting and getting up. They are taking care of themselves in a very realistic way, but still they have a problems. So we will come back to you on that. Let me just get back to Dr. My first friend, Amit Verma ji. Amit Verma ji.
Yes,
Let's have you first. अमित वर्मा जी, आपने डिस्कस किया, तो मेरे पास एक मिनट, लंदन से मेरे पास साउथ हॉल से आई हैव गॉट 2 क्वेश्चंस व्हिच आर रिलेटेड टू, आप कहाँ पर हैं? मैं आप ही को ढूंढ रहा हूँ, कहाँ पर हैं आप? ये रहे आप, ठीक है. सो व्हाट आई एम शेयरिंग इज लंदन से हमारे हाउंसलो में नियर द एयरपोर्ट, and then there are people at Birmingham that is also nearby. So people are telling कि जो आपकी damp weather है, जो बारिश ज्यादा जहां होती है, वहां पर स्किन का डिसऑर्डर और ये सब चीजें ज्यादा होती हैं. तो they have a problem because of the weather or climatic condition. Some of the people have joined from Scotland, Glasgow also. So similar kind of a thing what they are conveying. लेकिन आपके जो इंट्रोडक्शन था उसमें अर्थराइटिस और जॉइंट पेन्स की बातचीत थी, वो आपने बिल्कुल कवर नहीं किया. तो 1 मिनट हम आपको पहले 2 मिनट देते हैं, आप पहले उसकी बातचीत की.
ओके, सो 1 second. Okay, so I will tell you about arthritis. Like arthritis is a common issue and people have the one belief that the arthritis was a disease or is a disease which happen usually after the age of 40 or 45 years, but that scenario has been changed completely. So if I consider the arthritis is a major issue, arthritis can happen due to 2 reasons. One is a separate reason is own identity, that due to degenerative changes of your bones, your joints, your cartilage, or any supporting system which is supporting your joints. And second part is when there is no reason of the degeneration directly which cause the degeneration of these structures, but there are some other reasons present in your body, other disease like thyroid, like diabetes, like overweight, like low metabolic disease, and so many other disorders which can cause your arthritis. So in my experience, what I have noticed that most of the person who are taking medicines for the arthritis from few years, not only months, they are taking medicine from few years, and after the years also they doesn't know that what kind of arthritis they have and what the actual reason of arthritis they have. And till then they don't know what is the actual reason for their arthritis. Doing some sort of exercise at home and taking some remedies won't help them. Because and second thing I have noticed in my career, whenever arthritis starts in any of the patient, or especially in the older ages, their children, their parents, their relatives start telling them, you have arthritis, just take rest, don't walk so much, don't do so much exercise, you are already suffering from joint pain. My simple message and clear message to all of them would telling such things to their parents or their relatives, their dear ones, you are giving them a slow poison every day. Don't stop them for doing the work. You itself, rather than giving them a relief, giving some sort of poison daily to their life, to getting end of their life in the pain. So,
so that is two things are there. Two things are there. They are telling ki, okay, I have got a question from other part. If you can combine in this only.
Yes, sure.
Bhojan jo hai, bhojan. they are telling ki we are taking organic food, we are taking less of proteins, rather no proteins, and then at the same time they are mentioning हम हल्दी वाला दूध भी पी रहे हैं जो आप आयुर्वेदा में मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष से कहते हैं. हम somebody has mentioned 3 words which I am not getting. Long की बात है. Clove they have mentioned, ginger yes. They have mentioned, and turmeric they have mentioned. So वो कह रहे हैं कि हम ये सब चीज भी ले रहे हैं जो आयुर्वेदा के पहले दिन अंशुल अग्रवाल जी ने करवाया था, लेकिन उससे भी बैठने और उठने में आराम नहीं है. सो ये आपका अंशुल जी का पहला प्रोग्राम जो है वो जून के 2nd वीक में था. तो इससे पहले लोग अंशुल जी को पकड़े, आप उन्हें बचा लीजिए. डॉक्टर साहब बताइए.
I want to give very simple answer for such queries. There is one reason. See, every disease have some sort of stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Like if something is happening in my body and today is in the form of the collection in my body and something is going to happen in my body, then maybe trying only the home remedies and sitting at home may give some sort of relief. But if the disease is already exceeded a limit in your body and it created a pathology in your body, a particular system affection is there, then definitely to get some sort of relief in the term of significant values, where you can notice the significant relief in your body, then definitely you have to work on that pathology, which we say in Ayurveda is samprapti of that disease. Unless you are not going to work on the cause of the disease. Again, I'm telling, maybe you have arthritis due to overweight, and at the same time, other person having the arthritis due to some other reason. You have to work on the causative factor, and at the same time, you have to work on the pathology of the disease. At that time, maybe when disease exceeds its limit and already it's in a very chronic stage, maybe the taking only the home remedies at home may not give relief to that extent. Yes, doctor, if you are following one minute. हाँ जी.
अच्छा, ओके डॉक्टर साहब 2 चीजें बता दीजिए छोटा सा, क्योंकि टाइम भी कम है. सिर्फ ये बता दीजिए, नंबर 1, they have followed and they all are raising hand and showing a thumb and sending it. कि एक तो ये है कि उनको काम करना चाहिए, उनको बैठना नहीं चाहिए. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट विच यू हैव टोल्ड. ठीक है. सेकंड पार्ट, वो ये कह रहे हैं कि भोजन में 2-3 चीजें हमें बता दो जो हमको लेनी चाहिए. दैट्स ऑल.
So the first of the most important thing when you are having the arthritis and you have to make your diet green and colorful. How much colorful it will be, that much colorful your life will be. That's it.
अब ये मैं उनको क्या, ओके, कलरफुल किस सेंस में बताइए, यानी कि
कलरफुल लाइक ईटिंग लॉट ऑफ ग्रीन वेजिटेबल juices, raw salads, and don't repeat vegetables in a week. Eat different vegetables at different days.
Okay, point well taken. And secondly, they should work more and more.
Not work, they have to work in an eco-friendly way. If they feel they can walk 1 kilometer, then they should walk for 600 or 700 meters. They don't exert themselves, but they should work out.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Saab. So very kind. Thank you very much. Let me just come to Dr. Monga now. A great combination. The whole family is dedicated to Ayurveda, and he holds MBBS degree also and MBA also. So combination of management that, Dr. Saab, people want to know what is holistic process you were telling. What do you suggest in that? पहला क्वेश्चन. और सेकंड क्वेश्चन है, आपने बताया कि ड्रग शुड बी इजीली अवेलेबल. अगर आपके कुछ बाहर लोग बाहर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर बनना चाहते हैं, तो व्हाट प्रोसेस यू वुड लाइक टू फॉलो, वो आप उनको अलग ईमेल देख के भेज के कर सकते हैं. आप एक तो साइड में पोस्ट कर दीजिए अपना कंप्लीट डिटेल्स. आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑन दैट. और आपने कहा वी शुड फोकस ऑन बेसिक आयुर्वेदा, तो उसमें क्या बताना, व्हाट इज बेसिक आयुर्वेदा, वो बताइए.
मैं सेकंड और थर्ड क्वेश्चन का पहले जवाब देना चाहूंगा.
ठीक है जी.
तो डॉक्टर प्रशांत, डॉक्टर अमित एंड ऑल अवर previous panelists, all Ayurvedic physicians are well aware of it. So I've been always prophesizing is ethical generic Ayurveda means जो फार्माकोपियल ड्रग्स होती हैं जो आयुर्वेद के ग्रंथों में लिखी हुई हैं, क्लासिकल ड्रग्स को प्रमोट करना चाहिए. वो सस्ती होती हैं, जो एक्चुअल ड्रग्स होती हैं जो एक्चुअल बीमारी में काम आती है। जैसे इन्होंने इतनी देर से बात की, डॉक्टर प्रशांत जी बात कर रहे हैं, डॉक्टर अमित बात कर रहे हैं कि अगर न्यूमेटोलॉजी का पेशेंट है, ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस का पेशेंट है, ये पंचकर्मा से स्वेदन करते हैं, कटी बस्ती करते हैं, बट दवाइयों का जो विवरण है उसका दवाई का नाम भी तो पता होना चाहिए पेशेंट को। हमें मालूम है कि योगराज गुगल यूज करना है। योगराज गुगल इज अ क्लासिकल ड्रग, इट शुड बी अवेलेबल इन ऑल द मेडिकल स्टोर्स। आयुष और आपके जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म के जरिए ही हम ये मैसेज भेज सकते हैं कि मना महानारायण तेल, योगराज गुगल, महायोगराज गुगल, उदंती बसम, इनका संजीवनी बटी, इनका यूज करना है। ये प्रोडक्ट्स नहीं है, ये आयुर्वेदिक ड्रग्स हैं, आयुर्वेदिक फार्माकोपिक ड्रग्स है। जैसे पैरासिटामोल है, ओफ्लॉक्सासिन है, सिप्रोफ्लॉक्सासिन कोई भी बना सकता है, किसी भी ब्रांड का ले सकते हैं। तो आई सपोर्ट जेनेरिक एथिकल क्लासिकल आयुर्वेदा। नंबर 2, प्रिस्क्रिप्शन राइटिंग आयुर्वेदा, एंड ऑल द वैद्यर्स शुड डू दैट। जब तक हम साइंटिफिकली नहीं चलेंगे, हमारी साइंस को एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं मिलेगी पूरे वर्ल्ड में, हम नहीं फेमस हो सकते। अगर हम प्रोडक्ट्स के नाम पे चलेंगे, मैंने इन्वेंट किया है, ये मेरा प्रोडक्ट है, कोई क्लिनिकल एविडेंस नहीं होगा, जैसे डॉक्टर दिवेश ने बोला, जब तक क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स नहीं होंगे। क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स की जो बात करते हैं, जो सर कर रहे हैं, वो भी एक अच्छे लेवल के हो, तो रैंडमाइज ट्रायल्स नहीं होंगे तो वर्ल्ड में, यूएस में या यूके में या फ्रांस में आपको दवाइयों को एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं मिलेगी जब तक वो एफडीए ट्रायल, अगर वो रैंडमाइज डबल ब्लाइंडेड ट्रायल नहीं होंगे। वो दवाई उन दवाइयों पे होंगे जो ऑलरेडी आयुर्वेदिक की दवाइयां ग्रंथों में मेडिसिन मेंशन है, एंड दोज मेडिसिन शुड बी अवेलेबल इन यूएस, अमेरिका। ये आयुष और भारत सरकार का काम। मेरे को अपनी कोई दवाई नहीं बेचनी, प्रशांत जी को कोई अपनी दवाई नहीं बेचनी, हमें अपनी प्रतिनिधि को आगे लेके जाना, आयुर्वेद को और उसकी थेरेपी को। आयुर्वेद की प्रतिनिधि में 2 तरह का है, एक तो दवाई है, सर ने बोला, प्रशांत जी ने भी बोला, दूसरा हमारी थेरेपीज में हमारा पंचकर्मा है। तो इन 2 को लेकर चलना है, तो उसके लिए पहले आपको आयुर्वेद की दवाइयों की उपलब्धि होनी चाहिए, और वैद्यों का और हमारी भारत सरकार का और आयुष डिपार्टमेंट का रोल होना चाहिए कि हम जेनेरिक ड्रग्स को प्रमोट करें, rather अकेले इंडस्ट्री को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, डॉक्टर को और दवाई को कोई प्रमोट नहीं कर रहा। ये मेरा कहने का मतलब था।
ठीक।
और पहला जो आपने बोला होलिस्टिक, हम लोग अभी भी इंडिया आयुर्वेद भारत से आया है, फिर भी हम मोस्टली ट्रीटमेंट हमारा एलोपैथ चलता है। अब कुछ 5-10 साल से 15 सालों से लोगों का जो ध्यान जो है आयुर्वेद की तरफ जा रहा है। एक तो इंटीग्रेटेड की बात करते हैं, और हर आदमी जब लेक्चर देता है, चाहे मैं दूं चाहे आप दो, हम होलिस्टिक की बात करते हैं कि हमें एक्सरसाइज करनी चाहिए, हमें डिसिप्लिन होना चाहिए, हमें व्यायाम करना चाहिए, हमें वेजिटेबल्स खानी चाहिए, फ्रूट्स खाने चाहिए। When we talk is we also talk about holistic process of a treatment. तो डायग्नोस्टिक्स यूज कर रहे थे आयुर्वेदा के अंदर, जैसे अभी डॉक्टर दिवेश ने बोला HbA1c कितना कम आया। मैं डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट भी हूँ सर, मेरी डिग्री फेलोशिप इन डायबिटीज भी है, और मैं MD फार्माकोलॉजी में, तो मैं डायबिटीज प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ।
आपने डॉक्टर साहब कुछ छोड़ा है कि नहीं किसी और के लिए? क्योंकि
नहीं सर, बहुत कुछ है,
70 साल से तो वैसे ही परिवार पूरा इसके साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, और फिर आपका मैनेजमेंट का भी कॉम्बिनेशन है, आपकी MBBS भी है, आपकी मैडम भी इसी से हैं, पिताजी भी इसी से हैं, किसी और के लिए भी थोड़ा सा कुछ छोड़ दो प्लीज।
मैं ड्रग साइंटिस्ट भी हूँ सर, MD ड्रग फार्माकोलॉजी हूँ, इसीलिए तो बता रहा हूँ कि हमें डॉक्टर जो दिवेश जी कर रहे हैं,
हाँ।
तो हमें साइंटिफिक अप्रोच के लिए हमें दवाइयां सही एथिकल यूज करेंगे। होलिस्टिक का मतलब यह है कि डायग्नोस्टिक्स यूज कीजिए। नंबर 2, एक्सरसाइज, व्यायाम कितना कौन सा करना है, योगा भी करना है, स्ट्रेंथ गेनिंग भी करनी है, वेट लिफ्टिंग भी करनी है, कोर मसल की एक्सरसाइज भी करनी है, कितने करने हैं। अमेरिकन डायबिटीज एसोसिएशन में लिखा हुआ है 4 तरह की एक्सरसाइज होनी चाहिए। स्ट्रेचिंग में आ गया योगा, बैलेंसिंग में आ गया योगा, तो स्ट्रेंथ गेनिंग प्लस बैलेंसिंग और वेट लिफ्टिंग। तो अगर हम इसको अपनी प्रैक्टिस में यूज करेंगे तो होलिस्टिक अप्रोच बनेगी। डायग्नोस्टिक्स आ गया, मॉडर्न दवाइयां आ गई, आयुर्वेद की दवाइयां आ गई, और सारी एक्सरसाइजेस और आहार विहार जो है मॉडर्न और आयुर्वेद को कंबाइन करना चाहिए। ये हम सब अपनी क्लिनिक में करते हैं, बिकॉज आई हैव 3 सर्टिफाइड डाइटिशियंस, 3 काउंसलर्स एंड 9 डॉक्टर्स, और हम लोग हर चीज डॉक्यूमेंट करके करते हैं। जैसे डॉक्टर दिवेश ने हमने बताया था लेक्चर में कि जैसे हम क्लिनिकल रिसर्च को लेके चलते हैं, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, डाटा मैनेजमेंट। तो डाटा मैनेजमेंट करेंगे तो हम डेटा दे पाएंगे हमने कैसा पेशेंट अप्रोच किया, कैसे उसको ट्रीट किया। सो वी फोकस ऑन एवरी एस्पेक्ट। अगर पायल्स का पेशेंट है, कॉन्स्टिपेशन का पेशेंट है, तो उसकी डाइट पूरा दिनचर्या उसकी लिखी जाती है, और उसको कौन सा आहार विहार उसको लिख के दिया जाता है, डे बाय डे वाइज, और चेक किया जाता है।
वंडरफुल।
एंड वी आल्सो टेल कॉन्स्टिपेशन के लिए भी रनिंग करो, एक्सरसाइज करने से कॉन्स्टिपेशन ठीक होती है। प्रैक्टिस में बिहेवियर चेंजेस करने पड़ेंगे फिजिशियंस को, पेशेंट तो आएगा आपके पास। धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, Dr. Monga. Thank you. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
just finish with the doctor and then I come to my data scientist and data management director. I come to Dr. Devesh later. वैद्य हमारे प्रशांत तिवारी जी,
जी सर।
आप जो कुछ डॉक्टर अमित वर्मा जी ने बताया उसके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बताइए, क्योंकि मेरे को मैक्सिमम जितनी भी रिक्वेस्ट आ रही है, अब यहाँ टोरंटो से, डाउनटाउन से, मिसिसागा से, एडमिंटन से, ब्रिटिश कोलंबिया से, सरे से, जितने मेरे को लोग लिख रहे हैं, दिस इज द फर्स्ट और सेकंड जनरेशन ऑफ द एनआरआई पंजाबी, खासकर पंजाबियों का है, क्योंकि पंजाबी की जो डाइट है उसमें घी वी और ये सबर, इनके जो गोडे वोडे हैं वो पहले तकलीफ देते हैं, प्रॉब्लम देते हैं, चलने के अंदर बहुत दिक्कत आती है, सब कुछ है। एवरीबडी इज आस्किंग कि भाई आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टरों से ये पूछो कि हम, जैसा मैंने डॉक्टर वर्मा जी को शुरू में बताया, that point was from Birmingham and that was from Hounslow and that was from Southall, London, everywhere. अब ये मेरे पास जितना भी पॉइंट आ रहा है ये सारा कनाडा का है। कनाडा में मैक्सिमम पंजाबीज हैं, दे आर एट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस। एडमिंटन वाले भी जुड़ गए, अभी विनीपैग वाले भी जुड़ गए, इन्हीं का भी सवाल है। वो ये कह रहे हैं कि देखिए इधर उधर की पेरिफेरी में हमको मत बताइए। एक तो लोग हंस रहे हैं, सबसे ज्यादा जो डॉक्टर साहब ने, अमित वर्मा ने बताया, पीपल आर लाफिंग, दे टोल्ड वाओ कलरफुल डाइट, द वर्ड व्हिच ही हैज यूज्ड, the comment has come into the Facebook watch party from all the way from Canada, Toronto. They say, wow, tell doctor he is wonderful, colorful diet. So people have liked it. People have liked it. आप सिर्फ ये बताइए कि रोमैटिक अर्थराइटिस में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हमारे पंजाबियों को बैठने की और खड़े होने की है. And if I tell you, particularly when they go to the religious places, they are having a lot of difficulty to sit down and to get up. That's why they got to ask for the chair or something else and all, and then only, otherwise they have a difficulty. तो थोड़ा बताइए कि आप रोमैटिक अर्थराइटिस का डायरेक्ट सोल्यूशन बताइए आप.
सर मैं डायरेक्टली बात करता हूं, क्योंकि ये दो सिचुएशन जैसे आपने कही कि उन्हें खड़े होने और बैठने में ज्यादा दिक्कत आ रही है.
हाँ,
तो दो सिचुएशंस बनती हैं.
और कोई तकरीबन 280 के करीब लोग ऐसे भी हैं जिनको कंटिन्यूअसली जॉइंट्स में पेन रहती है.
बिल्कुल सर, यही मैं बात कहना चाह रहा था कि दो सिचुएशन बनेंगी इसमें. एक जो खड़े होने और बैठने में तकलीफ होना, जिसमें जॉइंट जो है वो डीजनरेट हो चुके हैं, खड़े होने और बैठने में तकलीफ होती है, उन पेशेंट्स को गाय का घी, जो कि इंडियन बेस्ड गाय हैं, उनका जैसे कि गिर गाय का घी आपको ज्यादा लेना चाहिए फॉर द लुब्रिकेशन. सेकेंडली मुनक्के का इंटेक बहुत ज्यादा करना चाहिए, इंडियन रेजिन का, अंजीर का बहुत ज्यादा इंटेक.
थोड़ा आस्था बताइए, थोड़ा आस्था. पीपल आर लिसनिंग, आप बहुत तेज बोल रहे हैं.
जी जी,
थोड़ा आस्था बताइए. हाँ जी
सर. एक तरीका ये है कि जो डीजनरेटिव सिचुएशन के पेशेंट हैं, जिनमें खड़े होने और
नोट कर रहे हैं लोग, नोट कर रहे हैं लोग. गिर गाय का घी समझ आ गया. सेकंड आपने मुनक्का बताया.
तीसरा अंजीर है, आपको लेना चाहिए उसको कवर अप करने के लिए. और चौथा, जैसा कि सर ने कहा कि कलरफुल डाइट होनी चाहिए, बिल्कुल सही बात है. बट जो डीजनरेटिव पेशेंट्स हैं उन्हें मूंग दाल का इंटेक ज्यादा करना चाहिए इंस्टेड ऑफ काली दाल और उड़द दाल, और जो तुअर दाल होती है उनको थोड़ा कम करके मूंग दाल का इंटेक बढ़ाना चाहिए,
जिनमें प्रोटीन ज्यादा होता है.
हाँ, लेकिन मूंग दाल में आपको डीजनरेशन को हील करने की कैपेसिटी भी ज्यादा रहेगी. अगर आप आयुर्वेदिक ग्रंथ के हिसाब से ये त्रिदोष शामक, मतलब कि वात पित्त और कफ तीनों को बैलेंस करती हुई जो दाल है.
ओके,
इसका
वेरी गुड.
आपको एक चीज और समझनी चाहिए कि जिनकी एज 45 से कम है, उनकी डाइजेस्टिव कैपेसिटी पार्शियली बची हुई है, तो उन्हें जो ग्रीन लीफी वेजिटेबल है उसका ज्यादा प्रयोग करना चाहिए. और जो जिनकी 60 से ऊपर एज जा चुकी है, उन्हें ज्यादातर मूंग दाल खिचड़ी के बेसिस पे गाय का घी इस्तेमाल करते हुए ऐसी सिंपल डाइट्स पे जाना चाहिए. और साथ ही साथ ये कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि जैसा मूवमेंट्स बताए तो वेट बेयरिंग जॉइंट्स के ऊपर पैरों को उठाने वाले लेग रेज एक्सरसाइजेस और लेग रोटेशन एक्सरसाइजेस ज्यादा करें. पैरों के ऊपर वेट देने वाले जो कार्य हैं वो कम करें. जैसा कि मूवमेंट्स भी जितने होंगे वो पैरों को उठाने वाले और उनको रोटेट करने वाले ज्यादा यूज करें. साथ ही साथ
कंटिन्यूअस पेन के लिए क्या बताना चाहेंगे आप?
सेकंड सेगमेंट है कंटिन्यूअस पेन, जिसमें इन्फ्लेमेशन होता है, उनमें हमें ज्यादातर कोशिश करना चाहिए कि प्रोटीन कम करा जाए और ज्यादा से ज्यादा लुब्रिकेशन जो सब्सटेंस है उनको यूज किया जाए, क्योंकि वो गाउटी अर्थराइटिस भी हो सकता है, रूमेटॉइड अर्थराइटिस भी हो सकता है। दोनों
क्या बताया आपने, क्या बताया?
हम तीनों सिचुएशन में काउस घी कॉमन है, गाय का घी कॉमन है। उसके बाद जो रूमेटॉइड अर्थराइटिस के पेशेंट्स हैं उनमें मूंग दाल ज्यादा आपको लेना है, उसमें साथ ही साथ आपको राजमा का इंटेक बहुत ज्यादा करना है, साथ ही साथ आपको
राजमा,
हाँ आपको लौकी का इंटेक ज्यादा करना है, आपको तुरई का इंटेक ज्यादा करना है, क्योंकि ये जो चीजें हैं वो जल्दी आसानी से पचेंगी। लौकी, तुरई, मुनक्का, मूंग दाल, इनको आप रूमेटॉइड अर्थराइटिस में भी ज्यादातर यूज कर सकते हैं। ज्यादातर सूपी वेजिटेबल के रूप में आपका इवनिंग डाइट जो है वो सूप्स के फॉर्मेट में हो, लेकिन टमाटो का सूप नहीं, स्वीट कॉर्न का सूप नहीं, ऑल द वेजिटेबल, ग्रीन वेजिटेबल सूप जो है, वेज क्लियर सूप को है वो ज्यादा प्रेफरेंस मिलेगा।
ये लेडी एक टोरंटो से हैं, इन्होंने सिर्फ एक क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछा है कि जो मूंग की दाल है वो स्प्राउटेड
बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए, बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए,
नहीं होनी चाहिए,
स्प्राउट्स नहीं यूज करने हैं हमें। मूंग दाल को बॉईल करना है, तीनों फॉर्मेट की मूंग दाल आप यूज कर सकते हैं, चाहे वो धुली हुई मूंग दाल हो, चाहे वो ग्रीन वाली हो छिलके वाली, या फिर साबुत मूंग, तीनों तरीके की मूंग आप यूज कर सकते हैं।
ओके, ये क्या लिखा इन्होंने, एक और है कार्तिक शास्त्री, डॉली माथुर। ओके, वंडरफुल सजेशन विच यू हैव गिवन। एंड जैसे डॉक्टर अमित वर्मा ने अपना ये मेरी वॉच पार्टी पे पोस्ट किया है पूरा डिटेल्स, and you will be happy to know, Dr. Amit Verma, you posted here, it has reached 140 countries during this time when you are sitting here only. It has gone to all the advisors. So I would request my today's panelists, kindly post your particular personal details where you would like the world over people should get in touch with you on my Facebook page, Dr. Gulshan Sharma. On the watch party, there itself, it is open. You can post it over there. Now let me come, because artificial intelligence and data science and everything which is coming in future. Final question I will take from my friend, our Dr. Devesh Kumar ji. Dr. Devesh, आप ये बताइए कि ग्लोबली आज की डेट में आयुर्वेदा का जो डाटा है, क्योंकि जो डॉक्टर मोंगा ने पहले कहा उस पर बहुत क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं मेरे को, बट दे आर थोड़ा डिस्टर्बिंग है, इसलिए तो मैं मेंशन करूं कि ना करूं? डॉक्टर मोंगा जी, आप अनम्यूट करिए।
साहब कीजिए, मेंशन क्यों नहीं करना?
क्या मुझे मेंशन करना चाहिए कि नहीं? बिकॉज इट शुड नॉट हर्ट एनीबडी, इट शुड नॉट, नोबडी शुड फील बैड अबाउट इट, इट्स इन ए पॉजिटिव सेंस। मुझे बहुत सारे लोग ये लिख रहे हैं कि भारत से आयुर्वेदा इसलिए चला गया क्योंकि जो हमारे पुराने आयुर्वेदिस्ट थे उन्होंने अपनी पैथी किसी के साथ शेयर नहीं करी और वो अपनी विरासत को अपने साथ ही लेके चले गए। अगर उन्होंने शेयर की होती तो आज फॉरेन कंट्रीज उसको पेटेंट करके रीपैकेज करके इंडिया को ही ना बेच रही होती। दिस इज द वे, मतलब दैट्स व्हाट इज द फीलिंग अब्रॉड ऑफ द पीपल। They say Ayurveda do belong to India, but India doesn't know how to market its product, and the packaging is being done abroad, and from abroad it is being sold world over. जैसे थोड़े दिन पहले चाइना ने नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी एक बनाई है, जो इतनी बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी और इतना पैसा खर्च किया है क्योंकि वो दुनिया को ये महसूस करवाना चाहते हैं कि पहले कभी इंडिया में नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी थी ही नहीं। So similar way, somewhere you all Ayurvedists have to get together and कुछ लोगों ने, जैसे कुछ लोग सजेस्ट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर, क्योंकि मेरे तकरीबन 70 वॉच पार्टीज अलग अलग ओपन है इस समय, 70 अलग अलग प्लेसेस पे लोग मुझे वॉच कर रहे हैं। एंड व्हेन आई एम शेयरिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर हार्ट टू हार्ट फीलिंग विद यू, तो वो लोग मुझे कह रहे हैं कि अगर वर्ल्ड ओवर आयुर्वेदा को हम लेके चलना चाहते हैं तो कोई कंपटीशन नहीं है। पहले आयुर्वेदिस्ट लोगों को ये समझना पड़ेगा कि वर्ल्ड की मार्केट इतनी बड़ी है कि हमारा कोई कंपटीशन नहीं है अपने आप में। हम लोग सब इकट्ठे होके कोलैबोरेटिव वे में, किसी का मोबाइल बज रहा है, प्लीज स्विच इट ऑफ, प्लीज स्विच ऑफ। That part is very important, which we have to take care of. That is my request, which I would like to suggest. तो ये थोड़ा सा आयुर्वेदा की पैथी में लोग बता रहे हैं. So, would you like to comment something on that, Dr. Monga? Or
yes. This is what I was. That is what I was trying to focus on, sir. You're doing a great job for wellness in Ayurveda. I am very strong critic of the word Ayurveda. Wellness, number one. Number two, products.
हाँ.
हम जब भी ये बात करते हैं ना वेलनेस और प्रोडक्ट की, उससे आयुर्वेदा की इंसल्ट होती है.
हाँ.
हमें आयुर्वेद के बारे में बात करनी चाहिए, आयुर्वेद दवा के बारे में बात करनी चाहिए. जो सर आप तो मेजर रह चुके हैं, आप मेरी बात समझना चाहेंगे. जो फार्माकोपियल ड्रग है, जो ग्रंथ के अंदर लिखी है, आपने कभी आयुर्वेदिक दवा खाई है? चंद्रमा बटी, युवराज गूगल.
हाँ जी.
उसका उस प्रोडक्ट को, कंपनी और प्रोडक्ट को नहीं चलाना है, आयुर्वेद की दवाई को चलाना है.
हाँ.
मेरा नहीं है चंद्रमा बटी, डाबर का नहीं है, बाबा रामदेव जी का नहीं है, आपका नहीं है, वो आयुर्वेद का है, आयुर्वेद भारत का है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं.
सी, मैं तो एमडी फार्माकोलॉजी, वो फेलोशिप इन डायबिटीज और एमबी हूँ. मैं तो आउट क्लास हूँ, आप भी बीएमएस नहीं है, पर हम सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं कि हम आयुर्वेदिक ड्रग को यूज करें. जैसे अभी प्रशांत जी ने बोला, बड़ा अच्छा उम्दा बोला उन्होंने कि गाउटी आर्थराइटिस है, रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस है. मेरा क्वेश्चन उनसे अगर साइंटिफिक वे में आता है तो कौन सी दवाई जो है वो गाउटी आर्थराइटिस में यूज करनी है, रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस में करनी है, कुरंती वजन यूज करना है कि नहीं करना, युवराज गूगल करना है कि महायुवराज गूगल करना. अगर हम डॉक्टर जॉइंट, डॉक्टर ऑर्थो, डॉक्टर पेन किलर को बेचेंगे तो आयुर्वेद नहीं चलेगा. आयुर्वेद की दवा का नाम चलेगा, उसकी राइट डोजेज चलेगी, रिजल्ट आएगा तो लोग अडॉप्ट करेंगे. हम क्या करते हैं, हम कंपनी के प्रोडक्ट को चला रहे हैं, तो कंपनी और कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट चलेगा, आयुर्वेद नहीं चलेगा.
There is lot of clap coming for you from the world over. People are very happy because you are talking something that get back to the basics, root.
Yes, sir. So I have written articles on prescription writing in Ayurveda, and also I am strongly use the word quackery in Ayurveda. When other people try to use wellness product. अब होता क्या है, आपको बताता हूँ. जब आपने पेटेंट की बात की है, नीम के एक्सट्रैक्ट को पेटेंट कराना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं, पर नीम आदि बटी या गिलोय बटी या जो भी दवाई हमारे पास है, त्रिफला बटी, त्रिफला जो है भारत की देन है. आंवला हर मेरा तो सबको पता है, आंवला खाना है. तो त्रिफला अगर बटी यूज करेंगे तो हमारे को डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन करने. अब क्या करते हैं लोग, मॉडर्न वाले डाइटिशियंस, डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन, त्रिफला खिला दो, उन्हें डिटॉक्सिफाई कर दिया. तो त्रिफला तो पहले से ही है. हमें ये बताना है कि त्रिफला का सेवन कीजिए.
वंडरफुल.
मैं एक एडिशन करना चाहता हूँ. एसओपी जो है, स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिव प्रोसीजर, आयुर्वेद में बहुत प्रॉपर्ली कहें, जैसा युवराज सर ने कहा, बहुत आसान से कहें, एक तंत्रयुक्ति के फॉर्मेट में कहें कि अवस्थानुरूप आप चिकित्सा करें, पर्सनलाइज वे में करें, लेकिन आयुर्वेदिक पद्धति से ही करें. उसके डायग्नोस्टिक टूल्स भी आयुर्वेदिक के हों, उसकी डायग्नोसिस भी आयुर्वेद बेस पे आए, और उसके ट्रीटमेंट मेथोडोलॉजी भी अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिचुएशन है. यही हम यहाँ पर ट्रेनिंग करते हैं, और हमने जो भी आयुर्वेद के मूल सिद्धांत है और मूल बेसिस पे ही सिर्फ ट्रीटमेंट डिजाइन करा हुआ है. सपोज आपने पूछा ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस और रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस में, तो संधिगतवात की अवस्था और आमवात की अवस्था दोनों के लाइन ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट बिल्कुल अलग अलग होंगे. संधिगतवात की अवस्था में हम महायुगराज गुग्गुल को यूज कर रहे होंगे, हम त्रयोदशांग गुग्गुल को यूज कर रहे होंगे. वहीं हम रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस और गाउटी आर्थराइट में सेनाथ गुग्गुल और अमृतादि गुग्गुल को यूज कर रहे होंगे, स्पेसिफिकली अलग अलग ग्रुप से.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for clarification, because people are very happy. Where is my friend Dr. Devesh Kumar ji? Where are you?
Yes, sir.
I'm locating you, Devesh ji. You are there.
Thank you.
So Devesh ji, now my last question which is coming over here is, जब आप डायग्नोस्टिक की बातचीत कर रहे हैं, क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स की बातचीत कर रहे हैं, डाटा मैनेजमेंट की बातचीत कर रहे हैं, तो आज की डेट में when we talk about Ayurveda, do we have any data analysis that abroad how many people are using Ayurveda, how many people are at present taking some kind of medicines related to Ayurveda? Is there any study, is there any data collection of that kind? Because if it is not, then our chamber would be more than happy to collaborate. We will go with Namo Gange and we will work out the strategy with the Ministry of Ayush, how it has to be taken care of. Please guide us on that.
राइट सर. सो मैं सर आयुर्वेदिक प्रोसीजर्स के बारे में बात नहीं करूंगा. डॉक्टर अमित, डॉक्टर प्रशांत वैद्य, दे आर द मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट पर्सन टू टॉक अबाउट द आयुर्वेदिक प्रोसीजर्स. What we talk about is, we talk about the products which are coming into the market, which are claiming few therapeutic claims, and Dr. Monga will support this. If somebody is saying that I have, we have encapsulated Gurmar powder, and we can reduce your diabetes level. So what we say is prove through clinical trials, do a label claim, do a product claim. So similarly, Ayurveda is being used outside as a OTC product. It comes into a category of GRAS in US, which is called as generally recommended as safe. So, and most of the people are using it. There are publications about, 30-35% of treatment in US is being conducted as OTC products, natural herbals, right? Because they know there's a minimum side effects. But my only point of talking about on this panel is, whenever we are promoting any Ayurvedic product with any of the claims, either it's therapeutic claim, efficacy claim, or any of the claims, it should be scientifically validated. The data should be collated in a written protocol manner, within the guidelines given by the Ayush Ministry, by the CDSCO guidelines, ICMR guidelines, Indian Council of Medical Research. So any of the data which is coming from the Ayush product should be clinically validated so that it is globally acceptable, That's my point of saying it on this platform. I do not want to comment on the Ayush therapies because all the, Ayush people sitting here are the expert over this. In recent past,
it has to be clinically validated. That is the crux.
Right. So recent past, we have heard a big controversy about corona claims. Then I don't want to take the name of the company, but still, this is being challenged because people have not seen the validated trial data.
Okay. What you mentioned, that the USA, under what category the Ayurveda comes, you use some term.
It's not about the Ayurveda, it's about the, there is a category called GRAS, generally recommended as safe.
Oh.
So many of the OTC products, are herbal products, which comes under those categories. People can take it OTC, over the counter without any prescription. So, but once we are pushing, products from India to US, we are not talking about therapies, we are talking about products. So scientifically, validated data should come out and label claim should be made. Dr. Monga being a pharmacologist, he must support it, Ayurvedic products are great products. They are very good products. Scientifically, the data is at par with the allopathic drugs. But we should, validate those products clinically. The data should be presented at a global standards, in India.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Wonderful panel. I must compliment everybody. It was a great to hear all of you. And you all have given wonderful inputs to all of us. And I'm going to say nothing could have been better than to share what we have taken this evening. Anshulji, my great thanks to you. Wonderful panel. And people have given right from their heart. There'll be a lot pouring in future also. And we extend you all, the collaborative, whatever we can do from our chamber, we would be more than happy. And at the same time, through Namo Gange, you can take all the way forward, whatever has to be done. But with the open arms, we would be more than happy to support whatever best we can do. We look forward to the global wellness. So wish you all a green morning and green afternoon and green evening and green night, wherever you are. Enjoy yourself. Wonderful. Because if you are positive, if you are energetic, then the positive dopamine moves in your body like I enjoy. This is the time for my sleep also. Another 15 minutes left over. Tomorrow morning, 3:30 when I get up, my Australia, my New Zealand and my Fiji people, they join us over there. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining, and I fold my hands from India. Namaskar. Wish you all a wonderful wellness.
Have a colorful
Wonderful
night.
Thank you
wellness
so much.
to all of you. Thank you very much.